Guys, Joe McDonough here with CageSidePress.com. I'm with the big victor of the weekend, Adrian Yanez. Adrian, how are you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I'm coming off of a really big weekend, man. Pretty ecstatic, man. I'm still on cloud nine.
And that's what I was going to ask. You've had 2-3 days here to kind of get back into the swing of things. So still on cloud nine. It's still kind of just, are you still amped up from it?
Oh yeah, man. I've been amped up from it, man. Like that night, that after fight night, dude, I didn't get no sleep. I stayed up all night. Like I laid in bed and I was like, man, I think I'm gonna get some sleep. And I just ended up just staring at the ceiling. I'm just like, I can't go to sleep right now. So I was.
And,
Okay.
and we saw on Contender Series the first round finish, the big head kick in your UFC debut. This time in the third round against another very tough opponent. Is it almost even more exciting and intriguing and even a better win because we got to see it go into that third round and kind of see you showcase some stuff and then get the finish?
Oh yeah, that's always pretty cool to me, man. Like if I could have got it done in the first, I definitely would have got it done in the first. But had a really good tough opponent in front of me, and Gustavo Lopez. So you know, as I really wanted to get him out in the first, but I wasn't planning on it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, actually, like to be able to go into the third round, I always wanted to get more cage time in the UFC. So, like, the more cage time, the more experience you get, and that's exactly what I wanted. And being in there, I felt really comfortable, and it was just like it was really relaxed, and I felt really zoned in. Like, especially like after that first round, I felt like I started a little bit slow, but I felt like I not that I started slow, but I felt like I could have got a faster start. But then in the second round, I zoned in, and then in the third round, it was just over.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was too
kind of the best of both worlds, as you said there, getting that cage time into the third round while also getting the beautiful, spectacular, performance bonus worthy finish, all of that stuff. So, talk to me about the MMA Twitter love, social media, all that stuff. I mean, do you like doing this stuff where we're all badgering you to get interviews with you and talk to you, because you're so deserving of it. And your stock is rising so much from these wins.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't mind talking to anybody, man. I love it. Like I love the social media love that I'm getting, but I know at the same time all that can flip upside down. So I'm walking very, very carefully on it, man. So I really don't hold too much weight in the social media aspect. Like I do love getting the recognition that I'm getting now, but also know that it could all be gone away. Just one weird loss. It doesn't even have to be like a big loss, and everybody's gonna turn on you. So to me, I'm like I like it, but I know it can be gone. So I'm gonna enjoy it while it's here. Right now, like I have like a whole Twitter movement trying to get me a Dr. Pepper sponsorship. So that to me, I'm behind. I'm really behind there right there. Especially if they pull through on this one, I swear I'm doing a giveaway.
So yeah, Twitter gets things, man. I mean, it happens. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, another thing I want to touch on, and we're going to talk about that Dr. Pepper thing in a minute. Another thing I want to talk about the mini Jorge Masvidal. I mean, do you like that? I mean, that's pretty cool. It's pretty funny. I mean, is that something that you get behind?
Oh man, I can get behind that. Yeah, of course. It's pretty cool because I like the way he fights. See, the way he fights is like very like I like it. He's very technical. He likes the counter. He don't mind going forward, but also the counters are so slick. There's one shot where he hit he threw at Jake Ellenberger and like did a drop step, hit the right hand over the top. And I like that type of stuff. Like I love like being able to do the counter stuff. So I take big inspiration from that. It's pretty cool getting the little Masvidal stuff. Almost every single one of my Instagram posts, I'll get a comment being like "little Masvidal" or something like that. I go on UFC, and they put a picture of me or like put a highlight of me, like "oh, mini Masvidal, young Maz," and all this stuff. So it's pretty cool, But I'm still my own person, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm Yanez, man. But it is a little bit fun just to play a little bit of games like that.
Yeah, absolutely. You're your own person, man, and you've proved that. I'm assuming that a quick turnaround. I mean, you're from Houston, Texas. UFC's going to Houston soon, and the first, not the first event, but will have a fan base, some sort of fan base, maybe even a full crowd, because it's Texas. So, I mean, I'm assuming if you're getting asked that you're doing it.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. I'm asking for it. I'm literally chopping at the block just to get it, man. I don't like. I want that. I want that May 15th card, man. If possible, man. If somebody falls out, man, I'm there. I'm 100% there. Or like if they just give me a fight right now, which I hope they do, to
Yeah,
get on that card, man, I would really want that. So I'm here. I don't have to try. I wouldn't have to travel. I wouldn't have to take a 3-hour flight to Vegas,
yeah,
which to me is a plus. Get have a staycation. I get to stay at a hotel
absolutely.
that they would want, and I just be able to chill there and just relax. So that's exactly what I want, and exactly what I want, and I really hope it comes to fruition, man. Because that's one thing I haven't had in my UFC career is a crowd, and that's exactly what I want.
Uh-huh.
I want the full UFC experience. Being able to have the no crowd stuff, it's pretty cool. But at the same time, after a knockout, like I want to start hearing I want to hear the
Absolutely.
crowd. I want to hear the crowd.
Absolutely. And would it be something that, could family and, obviously Houston, Texas opened up. The UFC wants crowd members. I don't know how they're doing like tickets and all this stuff, but would you be able to get, friends and family into the building with you and have like a home turf fight?
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. I've already had a lot of people hit me up, just like, "Hey, let me know when tickets go on sale. Let me know when tickets go on
Yeah.
sale." Like, I don't care what the prices is. Like, we're front and center. I'm like, all right,
Mhm.
cool. Like, if you have that type of money, go ahead. Yeah, like I don't, even if you pay for nosebleed seats, I don't care. Like,
Absolutely.
you're there. Uh, I would just ask for 2 tickets. I would just ask for 2 tickets for my mom and my girlfriend. That's it.
Mhm.
That's I like front and center. If they can get that spot, that's what I would want. The only thing I'd probably ask for, my brother's already in my corner,
Yeah.
and so like I don't need much. I'm gonna have my coach there, and I'm gonna have a training partner there. So it's all cool to me.
Yeah.
But I would definitely want that fight. That'd be amazing for me.
Absolutely, man, and I'd love to see it. And like you said, I'd love to hear the crowd after one of these knockouts. Does it ever kind of where you're at your the point of the UFC career here? Coming off Contender Series, 2 wins now in the UFC. You're only 27 years old. Does it ever do you ever kind of stop and take a look back that it's crazy that you're at this point right now, or do you even think that you want to be further than this point right now?
Oh, I definitely want to be further than the point that I'm at right now. But also, I don't. I definitely like to sit around and think of how long, how far I've come. There's a lot of things like that I think about, man. That's one of the biggest things that I don't I don't I don't like not to see how far I come. I like to see how far I've come. I still think it's crazy. Like this last time around while I was in Vegas, like man, this is still nuts. I'm flying out to Vegas to fight in the UFC. Like it's still nuts to me, even though it's my second time.
Yeah,
Like I'm out in Vegas fighting in the UFC, living my dream. I'm never gonna get tired of it. That's it. It's like it's so cool to me, and it like makes the fight so much more easier for me. Like
yeah,
it's not like in the regional scene where I'm like working to get to this position. One loss will make you like oh shit, dude, I have so much more work to do. No, I'm here, and I'm gonna work super hard to make sure I stay here because it's easy to get here, but it's harder to stay here. That's the biggest thing.
absolutely. Yep.
But the fact that I'm here, I get to look back and be like, man, I thought it was hard back then. It's gonna be really hard now, but all that hard work that I put in finally paid off. Now it's just time to work harder.
Hmm. And speaking of fans, and this is the question that just popped in my head. Obviously we'd love to hear, and you would love to hear in the cage, the screams and excitement after the knockout. But, like you said, you've never had the experience of walking down to the cage with the fans. Do you think that would add, nerves, or what feeling would that bring to you? Would it be, would it be extra excitement? Would it be nerves? Is it something you can't even explain until you do it?
Man, it's probably something I can't even explain until I do it. I know for me, the no crowds, man. I've had like very like zenful type of experiences. Like
Yeah.
it's to me, it's like very zenful, like very calm, very very calm. Uh, the last experience I have with crowd is like about a year and 6 months ago, like a year and a half ago, fighting Kyle Estrada at LFA. I think it was like 78.
Hmm.
So to me, that was that had a full crowd, and I remember that being on UFC Fight Pass, like the first event LFA had on Fight Pass. So to me, that was really really cool. I think just the thing is that like I'm just ready for that experience. Like I'm just ready for that experience. Like I've already experienced the zenful moments. I kind of want to feel something chaotic, which I
Yeah.
think the crowd would be. So I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for it. But you never know. It might actually be a little bit more zenful for me because it's more you got to be more zoned in. So
Yep.
I don't know. I just want to feel it.
Absolutely, man. Hopefully that Houston, Texas card in May is the time you'll be feeling it and we'll be watching at home. Back in 2018, your last loss, Miles John, split decision. I believe LFA, was it 55? I may be wrong there, but something around that. And and obviously Miles John's in the UFC, big name. Is that something you want back? Would you like to face paths with him down the line?
Oh man, I want to fight everybody. That's my thing. Is I'll fight anybody and everybody. In the UFC, you can't duck and dodge anybody. So like there's no point in me saying I wouldn't fight him. I'd fight him. I'd fight Domingo Pilarte, who I lost to as well earlier. So he's in the UFC too. So I don't mind fighting anybody. Like I really don't. Like you put him in front of me, we're gonna have to fight. You can't duck and dodge anybody. Everybody here is tough. So to me, it's just more along the lines if his name's on the contract, then we got to fight. So, of course, I would like to run one back, but at the same time, it doesn't mean the end of the world to me if I don't. So, hey, if his name's on the contract, his name's on the contract. If not, So, I'm cool with whatever, man. I got to fight everybody. All these 35ers are killers. So to me, it doesn't matter.
And that's my next thing is, bantamweight is the deepest division in the UFC in my mind. I'm sure in yours too. And does it feel good to know that your name is kind of being added to that list of the 135 killers and your exciting name? People are looking for you. You're on that cusp there where you're getting close to that, top 15 opponent. And 135 is a dangerous division, but it's so exciting.
Oh yeah, and I honestly I didn't expect it to be this early. Like I really didn't expect it to be this early. There's like two fights in my UFC career, and I'm already getting like tossed up there to fight guys who are top 25, top 15. Yep. Everybody's already saying like, hey, get this guy against this guy, and I'm like, all right, cool. It's like I didn't expect that. I was expecting a little bit more like a Max Holloway type of approach where I've probably had to have like 8-9 fights, win a lot, get on a win streak, or like Tony Ferguson get on a win streak, like Donald Cerrone get on a win streak, Stephen Miocic get on a win streak. So to me, like I was expecting to work, and if I'm already getting tossed up there, I don't mind it. Like I don't mind it at all. But also at the same time, I don't mind going like 5 fights till I get a top ranked opponent. So to me, it's either way because. To me, it doesn't matter whoever, because I know I'm gonna get to that spot anyways. So it's inevitable for me to go up to get up to that level anyways. So to me, I'm like, whether it's now, whether it's later, I don't mind it. Later would be a little bit more bitter, like would be a little bit more sweet, a little bit more like, how can I say it? It'd be a little bit more. It'd be a little bit more like, man, when I get there, it would be a little bit more sweet, just in the case because I worked harder. I had to work a lot more instead of this. Just like after 2 fights, going in there and then I get a top ranked opponent, beat him, and then like I'm just like, okay, cool. I felt like this came super fast. At least I get to relish all the hard work that I do, like after like a 5-fight win streak or something. So either one's fine with me. I don't mind either one of them at all.
And you named a list of killers that had to go on those win streaks. Another name that comes to mind is Dustin Poirier, who's now going to fight Conor McGregor for a 3rd time and make the money. But last one for me here. When we finalized this interview, I was driving. I had to stop at the store. I had to grab the Dr. Pepper. I had to say, Adrian Yanez needs the sponsorship. So I needed to grab the Dr. Pepper and throw it up there. Because that sponsorship's got to be coming, man. I appreciate the time, and I look forward to seeing you hopefully on that Houston card, man.
Oh, thank you, man. I'd already finished my Dr. Pepper. So,
I love it, man.
Ahead of you. Yeah, so man, thank you, man. Hey, if anything, man, if anything comes from this, Dr. Pepper.